I'm so excited. I'm fangirling right now. Welcome to Dilemmas with Jess Ellis. And my guest today is from my favourite podcast. I secretly recorded my boyfriend. If you haven't checked it out already, me and my boyfriend, I secretly recorded my boyfriend without my boyfriend. And then I listen to it again and pretend I've not listened to it.
Nice.
That's how much I like it. I listened to it twice. It's like when people cheat on each other with like box sets on Netflix and they go, no, I've not seen it. I have to react and go, like I've not heard it. For people that have not listened to it, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi. Let's fangirl together.
Oh my God, I can't believe you're in my house. Joma's in my house.
So my name's Jo and I secretly record my boyfriend. No, but it's that simple. He's just a man who's a joy, right? It's not done in a bad way. I record him because I feel like the world needs to hear how funny and amazing and weird, but wonderful my boyfriend is. So I secretly record him. Please tell me it's not as bad as the title
No,
sounds.
definitely. We were discussing before that the reason that you secretly record him is because he's absolutely fucking hilarious. And he comes out with everyday things like comments on soaps, the price of beef jerky. I was discussing it with my friend and I was like, oh, how would you feel if you were recording? It was a bit like, oh, I don't know how I'd feel. But then I was like, dogs, please, we're recording. This is a professional space. So obviously you're doing this because you think he's hilarious.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that he would be really happy with the outcome because everyone else thinks he's hilarious.
Yeah, I feel like it comes from a good place. Like, he'll be really excited. I feel like people are like, oh, well, because my brother said to me when we first started doing it, he said, yeah, I think it's funny, but just to let you know, if that was me, I'd never get over it.
Yeah, see, people are different though, aren't they?
Yeah, and I said to him, you're not funny, mate. So I ain't recording you anyway.
First of all, you're not funny, so it won't work.
So talk to the hand.
You've listened to our podcast before.
Yes.
So you know how it starts.
I am scared of how it starts. What I love about these is the jelly bean game.
Yeah, double dares.
What I love about this is how you lose every time.
Always.
And I'm so sorry. Now I'm sat here face to face with you, but I barely laugh.
Oh,
when it's that bit.
Yeah, so basically the rules of the game are my little bowl here. What you need to do is, it doesn't really matter what colour you get because both colours could be the same thing. So you could have watermelon or snot. You could have, or actually, the one that I had, it wasn't snot, it was sprouts, which I hate. I really don't want you to pick the blue one because the blue one pisses me off because it's like toothpaste.
Oh yeah, that's nice. I like a bit of mint.
Like, how can toothpaste be? I don't really get how toothpaste can be disgusting.
Okay, I'm going to go blue.
Yeah, and the red one is like strawberry or fresh blood, I think.
Gross.
Which is actually really strange. And Daisy said tastes like fresh arse.
Oh, well done, Daisy. I'll close my eyes.
Yeah, close your eyes and dig deep. And I'm going to... Right, okay.
Okay, I've still got my eyes closed.
Okay, I'm going to open... Can you show me yours? Because I'm going to open my eyes and...
No. So do I have to bite as well? Is that
yeah?
a rule?
So what I would say is my rule for everyone is you put it in and you chew hard.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. No, I've got a horrible one again.
There's my favourite noise.
Oh my god.
Mine is nice.
Oh I swear I get set up. Like I'm.
There should be a new rule for going forward.
Yeah.
You've got to finish it.
Perfect. Well, I know a perfect way to end this podcast.
Oh, no!
So thank you so much for your idea, Jo.
New rule from the next podcast.
No, so after we finish these dilemmas, we're going to do it again and you have to finish it.
Okay, I'm
Brilliant.
in. I'm game.
Okay, so this is a dilemma that's been sent to us direct through our email address. And don't forget, if you've got any dilemmas, you can DM us on our socials and you can email us at dilemmaswithjess@gmail.com. Hi, Jess. Loving the podcast. I listened to your first one and I just love you. Thank you. Thank you so much. It made me want to send you my dilemma and see if you can help. I can't get over a guy We only dated for a couple of months, but they were an amazing couple of months. He broke things off, in brackets, he wasn't ready for anything serious after coming out of a long-term relationship himself. And I'm really upset. I think about him every day and I genuinely miss him. I've been on another date since him, but I want the boy back and nobody else compares. So basically, can you give me some advice, please? How do I get over a boy? Help.
It's so hard.
I know.
It's so hard.
I've been there a million times.
Me too. Let's have a cry together. I once dated a guy, maybe for the same amount of time, 2-3 months. Thought he was on the verge of saying, I love you.
Yes.
I went on holiday to Vegas, a trip that was already planned.
Oh my God, I love
Week 1
Vegas.
of this holiday, he messaged me every day and called me. Week 2, got nothing second week. And I kept messaging him saying, okay, something's obviously wrong.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. And when I got back, he came round and he went, I just don't think it's working.
So
and
why did he think it was working for week 1?
Yeah, you tell me. Like, I don't know. In my head, like I was going, I'm going to wait for him because he was 100% serious before I went away. He was saying all the right things. This was brilliant. It was perfect. I don't know what's happened, whether he's had a week away and gone, oh no, it's got too serious too quickly. You know, boys
Even
get
though
scared
he was
sometimes.
like messaging and ringing
He
you.
was the one moving it on. Like, he was like, date 2, do you want to come and meet my mates?
Always the way.
And then suddenly, I don't know why, never explained why, because eventually I was like crying and begging for him to come back. And eventually, just of course, the right thing to do is ignore all that. Because if you're not going to get back together, you need to.
Because also, I've been through this before. Like, I was single for 10 years before Michael and I was in the dating game. And there'd be often times when I'd make excuses for people like, well, they've not texted back today because blah, blah, blah. And one of my friends turned around to me and was like, listen, Jess, if they like you, they'll text you back. They'll turn up on the dates, even if something horrific happens. If someone really likes someone, they'll move heaven and earth to go on that date with them.
Yeah, they will.
And also,
or make it up to you or something. But you get the vibe.
Yeah, and they'll ring you on time. It won't be like, I'm going to wait half an hour and then I'm going to text them back. None of that bullshit.
It's so horrible while you are going through this. I'm telling you, we've all had a cry, many cries, sobbed.
It's almost like someone dying.
It really is.
It's like you're grieving.
You really are. You're grieving and you don't want to go through it and it's horrible. And what you've said is absolute sense. You make excuses for them in your mind. But here's what you need to do. Take yourself out of your own mind and you need to go, if this was my mate, what advice would I be giving her? Yeah. Because it will not be the same as you're thinking right now. That's for sure.
Because you have to remember as well, a couple of months ago, this person didn't even exist in your life.
Yeah, and you were fine.
And think about how great your life was. Yeah. Also, one advice is don't do this too much because it looks too desperate, but take one power selfie. Just one one smoking hot one with that really good light.
Get the angle right.
Get the angle right.
Contour.
And also, it's the best way to get over someone, to get under someone.
Totally, 100%. Here's another question. Do you block and delete numbers?
See,
I block off WhatsApp.
So what I used to do is
numbers.
if I knew that I was good, because I had really good willpower until
booze.
And I always wanted to come up with an app for this, but I think there is one now.
Oh, is there?
But I used to delete the number from my phone if I was going a night out and give it to my friend or someone that I knew that even if I fought them to the death with my fists, they still wouldn't give it me. So because the amount of times that you wake up in the morning, you're like 26 calls, but I would say block their social media.
Yep.
Block their number.
I blocked numbers before, deleted WhatsApp, blocked numbers. When I was drunk, managed to find an email address and did it that way.
Oh my God.
Now, how desperate am I sounding?
God.
Like, listen, love, we sound desperate. Don't sound like us. Yeah. Don't be us. Learn from our mistakes. It's horrible.
Because also, like, I understand what it feels like because you go, even when she's saying, I've been on a date with someone else and they don't compare. Of course they don't straight away. And you're always going, no, I'll never. And you're thinking in your mind, I'll always think about this person. And then someone else comes along, whether it's 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years later, and you're like, you look back on that person. It's like looking back on a picture of yourself when you thought you looked absolutely flaming hot.
Yes.
And you go, what the fuck? Who did my hair? Why is my eyeliner like that? And what are those shoes?
I have it the other way around. I look at a picture of myself when I thought I was big. And
don't get me started
and then I
on
go, shit, wish I was that slim. I was like,
I literally hate that when you're like, I remember in my head being like, oh God, I wish it's... And you're so slim.
Yeah, I know.
You're so slim. I hate you, slim little bitch. That is me. That's the way that you look on an ex. I know I've looked at plenty of them and gone, I can't believe I fancied you so much and I cried about you so much and you're horrible.
But did you also, you start feeling bad on yourself because then you go, was I that stupid that I put up with this moron?
Yeah, you're like, loser.
Yeah.
You're obviously a loser.
Come on.
So don't be a loser.
I think there was a bit in Sex and the City where Carrie said it takes a month for every year you were going out with them to get over them.
Oh, that's...
So if you've only been going out with them with 3 months, you do the maths, get over them really quick.
Get under someone, have fun, get pissed with your friends, have a cry in the bath, eat some ice cream, bam. So, our next dilemma is anonymous. I love anonymous.
Me too.
It makes me feel juicy, juicy, juicy. So, it's anonymous female, 26, Leeds. Hi, Jess. My husband is desperate for a baby, but I'm not ready for that lifestyle. He was piling the pressure on, so I told him I stopped taking my pill. I haven't. No. I know I need to come clean with him, but my dilemma is, what do I do?
Oh my God. And they're husband and wife?
Yeah, and they're 26.
Oh,
so I don't know how old he is. He might be a bit older if he's wanting babies.
Sure.
It's quite a flip, isn't it? Because sometimes naturally you think that it'd be the woman.
Yeah.
Right? But it's not. A lot of men are doing that now. Like, I want to settle. I'm ready. People settle down in different paces. They go, I'm ready for my slippers. I'm ready for my kids.
It's such a make or break thing, though. That's the problem. I kind of understand why you have lied about taking the pill. Like, do you? I understand the thought process. It sounds like a bitch. But it can never work out well. It's too big a lie. Stop it now.
What do you think about being in a relationship and one person wanting that? And
do you know what? When I was doing online dating, like in my 40s, early 40s, I thought I still wanted to have a kid.
Because I don't have any children. Cardinal sin for a woman.
I know. How dare you live it?
How dare you not have any children?
And I honestly thought, oh no, I don't know if I want them, but I don't want to rule out the possibility.
Yeah, of course.
So I would always really state that up front. Like, before I dated people, I would go, just to let you know, I've not ruled out the opportunity, the chance.
I think you have to. And I've always talked about this as dating, as old, like when I was dating in my 30s and even my late 20s, I didn't feel like it was a weird thing to say on a first date.
Yeah, I mean, it's a scary thing for a bloke to hear.
Hi, my name's Jess. I'm not ruled out kids. But
do you want to have children with me?
But it's that quick though, isn't it? Because if you get to the third date and you really like someone and then all of a sudden they go, I've had the snip, I don't want any kids, or I'm not up for that.
Exactly. Like, I just needed to know before I started the dating process or started falling for somebody that we wanted the same things. Yeah. I didn't want it immediately, of course, and all of that.
Because who would?
But I needed to know, and I feel that maybe this conversation has not happened in this relationship.
Which is mad, because they've got to the point of
it's crazy.
Husband and wife.
It's crazy. But for me, when blokes would say, oh no, I've had kids, I don't want any more, I would cut them off and go, okay, well, you're not for me.
Yeah.
Because it was that important to me at the time.
Yeah.
Weirdly, now I've met the man of my dreams and we live together.
A secretly recorded boyfriend.
I ain't bothered about it anymore.
Yeah.
Because being with him
is enough.
And the lifestyle that I lead is far more important to me to give up.
Because that's another thing I was going to say, actually. It's circumstantial, isn't it? So you could be 26 and then 3 weeks later you could be 26 and 3 weeks older and you could want a kid.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, but Michael, I wish you weren't here to be so pedantic with maths. But things can change so quickly.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And why don't you therefore have a discussion with your partner and go, you know what, I'm not ready. If I was with if Michael said, I want kids now, at this moment in my life, I'm not ready. I'm not financially, I'm not in the right place in my career that I'd want to. And also, like, we're still new and I want to, like, go to Vegas and spend all my money in Brittany without thinking, oh, shit, I need to feed my kid.
If you're talking about it like that, yeah, you're not ready.
Yeah, exactly. So I would think that you would, if you're at the point when you're married, that you have that conversation where you go, you know what, I know that you want it. So why don't, as a compromise, you know, in the next 4 months, let's have another massive big discussion about this.
Yeah, it's such a huge thing because stereotypically too, horrible to say this, but she will be the one that has to give stuff up.
Of course.
Right?
Honestly, that's what I think about as well. Like, I've met so many actors. I count myself as an actor, but so many male actors that have children, and I've met lots of women that are actors, who've never had kids.
No. Because
the men have been able to go off and do it because physically it debilitates you. Like, you can't do what they could do with it. You know, it's hard. Like,
I feel like if you are not ready, and why would you be at 26 for God's sake?
I know.
But if you are not ready,
at 26 I was still like snorting tequila.
You still are.
Yeah, still am.
I feel like he's got to understand. Like, he's your husband, but don't lie.
Yeah, I was just going to say this.
Do you think she should fess up to the lie or just...
I think the main part of this dilemma actually isn't about not having kids. It's about the lie.
It is such a huge one.
I think that if it was me, I would want to come clean and I would want to say, listen, because I knew you wanted it so much and I felt a little bit backed into a corner that I said something that I shouldn't have. And I said that I wasn't taking my pill anymore, but I was. And therefore, that means that I am not ready to give up our lifestyle right now. Like, can you imagine what your lifestyle would be now with...
No. I
No.
just wouldn't have the same life.
No,
and that's okay if you're prepared to give it up.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It's just not for me. Like,
I
I'm
feel
not
like that with
prepared
having
to.
2 dogs.
Yeah, right. I
Like-
feel like as well, imagine if it was the other way around, right? Imagine if your husband had the snip without telling you.
Oh my God.
Like, and he was pretending that you were trying for a baby.
Horrific.
And all you wanted was a baby, and he was pretending. Oh my God, you'd be up in arms.
Yeah, that
Like,
would be...
you'd freak out.
I feel like that'd be like a lawsuit.
You really would.
Like, that would be horrific.
Right, stop it.
So
You've got to tell him.
Stop lying. Come, like, tell the truth.
It's not even a lie you can just brush under the carpet and carry on
It's
as
a
normal.
biological thing.
It really
Like,
is.
you can't just keep going, not pregnant again.
God.
What? That was 20 years ago you stopped
This
taking the
would
pill.
happen in Hollyoaks.
It would, but then
This
you'd been pregnant with an alien's baby.
Talk to him, fess
So
up.
before you get pregnant with an alien, tell him the truth. So our next dilemma is Jodie, 26, from Newcastle. That's my best Newcastle accent there for you. Hi Jess, I won't say which one, but recently one of my oldest friends went on a reality TV show and now she thinks she's Angelina Jolie.
Oh.
Wow, that's a big person to live up to. Swanning around town and generally being a bit of a rude, stuck-up bitch.
Oh.
Do not mince your words, Jodie. How can I tell her to calm it down without coming across as jealous?
Video her. Play it back to her. I don't know how you tell her, but dump her. Like, I can't cope with people changing to that degree.
Yeah, because it's really hard. I don't know, say for instance something like Love Island.
Yeah.
These are people that are literally plucked out of society, put on the TV, and then instantly come out with thousands of Instagram followers, selling their teeth whitening, whatever they want to do. I'm not bitter that I'm not getting any of the jobs that they are. But they're instantly, recognizable. People are wanting pictures with them. They're interested in their life.
But that's good. You can still be a nice person whilst all this is happening. This is the problem. Come out of Love Island, come out of any reality TV show, right? And capitalise away. Make your money for the 6 months that you're able to make your money, right?
Absolutely.
Happy for you to do that, more than happy. But if you're coming across as you thinking you're the next Angelina Jolie, you are 100% deluded. And I don't know. I don't want to hang around with somebody like that. So,
because honestly, like, I mean, this might be controversial, and I don't know. Like, for me, a lot of these reality shows, it doesn't really take much talent.
No.
In the sense of that, they're either like, I don't, like love shows or whatever. They're not someone, playing Mozart's concert, like they've not worked hard for this kind of. Oh god, I'm gonna get loads of people hating me for this. But like, know what's happened. You've got a lucky break, and like you said,
take it,
go rock,
enjoy it. But don't become a twat.
No, if that happened to me, like, I know that I've got like a load of good grounded friends from back home that are not in my like TV world, and I think that if I'd have become like that, I would have wanted them to tell me, to say.
Would they have told you?
I think so. I think I'm not all of them, but I think some of my best friend Hannah that I've been friends with since I was 4. I think she would have been like, Jess,
get over yourself.
You're being a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
I think you're a twat, Michael. But I definitely think she would have told me, and she had every right. But I do think at the flip side of it, I could have been kind of defensive, because I did find, like, if I went to like a family party or saw some people I went to school with, oh, sorry about this. Oh, I feel like that's my agent. My God, is it a job? Fuck it. I feel like I went the other way. So I'd be like at a party and I'd see people that I went to school with, and I'd be like, look at me, I'm so normal. Look, I'm eating some ham off the floor, and I don't need a taxi. I'll walk home 5 miles. Like, I almost went the other way because I really, really wanted people to think that I was still normal.
Yeah.
It really
I
meant
definitely
a lot to me.
will queue at this bar. Look at me queuing.
Yeah.
I'm queuing.
Like an Instagram video of me queuing at the Workmen's Club. Like, I'm waiting for my cheeky Vimto. Don't you
And
worry.
Angelina Jolie would never do that, as we know.
So do you think, like, in your friendship groups, do you find that you are close enough with your friends to be able to confront them in that way?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't have many female friends.
Okay.
I have a lot of male, because I can't put up with the shit.
I know. I get you. I feel you.
I've not got the patience, and I'm too old.
Yeah. Michael will be your friend, he just said.
And I'm only friends with men. So Michael
You're one of them. You're one of those
with
women.
With bearded men. So I can't even think I'm that close. I've got maybe 2 really close female friends.
Like Katie from the podcast. Are you good friends with her?
I could tell her if she was becoming a diva.
Yeah.
Well, she'd be off the podcast.
Yeah.
For bloody starters.
If you were like, listen, you're selling your shoes, your worn shoes, and you've got beyond yourself. You're in demand. Because basically Katie is, in one of your podcasts, has talked about selling her smelly old worn shoes to men.
Please listen.
Yeah,
make money.
Please listen to that. And make money out of it.
I think I could tell her.
Yeah.
But it's just a weird one, isn't it? Because, mind you, I just don't think I'd want to be friends. I think what I would do for me is push them away and not be that friendly with them anymore.
You wouldn't confront them about it?
No, not worth it.
You couldn't even be asked to do that?
I could not be asked to do it.
I think that comes with age as well.
Yeah.
Like, I think when you're younger, you're really concerned with people's business, or you're really like, oh no, you shouldn't be like that. But actually, as you get older, you just go, I can't be bothered.
It's quality, not quantity when you get older.
You're like, I just want to be comfy.
Yeah.
So in answer to this dilemma, don't confront her. Don't tell her that she's been a bitch. Just fuck her off.
Yeah.
Joe, thank you so much for being a guest on Dilemmas with Jess Ellis.
Please tell me we're best friends
we
forever.
We are BFFs forever. I literally can't believe it that my favourite podcast is in my front room doing my podcast.
I'm so
happy. I wish I could do
happy.
your podcast, but it's just not the same because you're not secretly recording me.
How do you know?
Oh, shit. Better tune in next week and it's just me in the pub going, well, the thing is,
And
when I left
thing.
Hollyoaks, thank you for making Michael's wishes come true.
Oh.
I'm so glad that he got to meet you after he came in from work, because he's obviously spoke to you so much Or has he played FIFA? I think he's played FIFA. But you've been so good to talk through dilemmas with.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I'm just going to say something. I think we should end this with another game of Double Dares.
New rule.
I forgot about this. The new rule is
you can't spit it out.
You can't spit it out.
You've got to swallow.
You've got to chew and swallow. You can't swallow like a tablet as well.
Okay.
So you've got to chew, swallow.
Yeah, please don't let me
Michael,
regret this.
am I right? Okay, after 3. Oh my God. Let me see.
Oh, that laugh. That laugh.
1, 2, 3, go. Oh my God, it's disgusting.
It's nice.
It's so disgusting.
It's nice.
Oh my God.
That's like a caramelly.
It's like beef.
Keep chewing. Keep chewing. Keep chewing. Don't spit it. Don't you dare, Jess. Don't you dare. Look at her face.
You've been listening to Dilemmas with Jess Ellis, and we hope you've enjoyed this podcast. If you have, you'll make Bob the dog very happy if you could click subscribe, give Dilemmas a rating, and also leave a review on Apple Podcasts too. And of course, if you've got a dilemma, then get in touch via the Dilemmas socials at DilemmasJess on Instagram and Twitter. Finally, don't forget, nobody's got their shit together, and you're doing just fine. Thanks for listening.